Now let's talk about create a job. How do we create a job? Okay, go to the dashboard page, create new job, give the job name. We are going to create QA job. You can give any name as per your wish, and select the freestyle project. That is the base one. That is the base one. If you are new to the Jenkins, and I recommend you to select this freestyle project. Okay, there are many other projects out there depending on what kind of job you are going to create, but I recommend you can go with the freestyle project that everybody prefers to go. Now you are inside the QA job. There are a lot of sections. You don't need to worry about that. Go to the build section, click on add build step. Okay. So you know that you are using Maven project. You know that you are going to invoke a Maven script, right? Okay. So in the build, add build step, click on invoke top level Maven targets. Okay. Right. So if you see that if you see that Jenkins allows to invoke batch script, shell script, and Gradle, Maven, and yeah, these are the files. Okay, so in other ways, I can say Jenkins takes the input. Jenkins job takes the input either a batch script or a shell script or ant script or Gradle or Maven. Okay, these are the 5 inputs that Jenkins takes. In our case, we are using the Maven project, and Maven has a Maven script that is pom.xml. Okay, so you have to invoke top level Maven targets. You have to use this one. Okay, so in the Maven version, select the Maven which we already configured. Click on the advanced, type goals test test, and you have to give the path of the pom.xml. In our case, go to the project, select the pom.xml, right click, you get the pom.xml path, copy that path, paste it here. Okay, you have given the pom.xml path, and from this pom.xml, you are saying invoke the goal test. Okay, so that's it. Now apply and save it. So far we are able to create the job. We are able to create the job, right? Now the job is ready. Let's run this job. If you want to run the job, go to Jenkins dashboard page. When you go to the Jenkins dashboard page, you get to see all the jobs which are available here. Okay, so in our case, QA job is available. Click on the QA job. Click on build now. Now you can see it is building. And if you want to see what is happening in the build, okay, you can click on this number 1. You can click on that number, and you can click on console output. Now you can see what is happening. So generally what happens is the job invokes pom.xml. The job invokes pom.xml. Okay. When the pom.xml is invoked, when the pom.xml is invoked, it will compile the Java code and it will run the testengine.xml. Okay, when it invokes the testengine.xml, testengine.xml knows what test has to be executed, right? So that is what is going to happen. But in our case, it is failed. It has failed. Failed to parse a plugin descriptor. Okay. Is there anything wrong here? It's saying error. Okay. There's something wrong here. Try to update the Maven project to see the errors will go off. Something wrong which we need to find out. Oh, looks like this is a problem. Let me remove this and so whenever you modify something, better you do update Maven project. That plugin has some problem. Okay. 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 Anyway, we remove that plugin. Let's build it now once again. Back to the project. Build now. Click on this number 2. Click on console output. Let's see what happens. So we had an issue in the pom.xml. Okay. For some reason, it is not allowing us to parse the pom.xml. It is showing some errors. Okay. So I found the error is from the plugin Maven compiler, and I removed that plugin and I'm running it again. Let's see what happens. It is invoking the test now. Okay. So what happens, as I said, when you invoke the pom.xml, the Jenkins job invokes the pom.xml, that invokes the testing.xml, and in the testing.xml, you already mentioned what test you want to execute. You're going to execute login test. Okay, that will be executed. So let's wait for a few more minutes to complete this. Okay, so if you go here, yeah, it was completely executed. It has executed two tests, but unfortunately two are failed. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, the build is done. And if you go to dashboard page, if you click on the QA job, you get to see the number of builds which are executed. And if you see the second build, console output, so you get to see the result. Okay, build. I mean, there are two run, two failed. Hence, the build is failed. Okay. Okay. And so that's about. If you want to see the results, you can refresh the project, and in the target, in the source file reports, you get to see the result. Open with a browser. Okay, there are two run, two are failed. Okay, it's failed because of no element is not visible, unable to locate element. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, we'll correct them later. So this is how you have to invoke the pom.xml, or you have to invoke the test from the Jenkins. So that's about Jenkins. We talked about how to uninstall, how to install, configuring the Jenkins, and creating a job, and also running the job.